Hi, my name is Susanna and I'm here partnering with The Kitchen is My Playground. Today we're bringing you a recipe for marinated cheese. Now if you're like me, when you hear the term marinated cheese, you probably wonder what that is, how you make it. It's definitely a very intriguing title for a recipe. And it's very simple to make, but very tasty and makes a stunning display on a plate. So we're going to jump right into making this, and we're going to start with the marinade. So I've got some extra virgin olive oil here. I'll dump that in first. And we've got some white wine vinegar. I'm pouring everything into a jar. The easiest way to make this marinade is just place it all in a jar and then you can easily shake it up, mixes everything fully. We've got some sugar here as well. Basil. Salt and freshly cracked pepper, pimiento peppers. Cheese and pimentos always go well together, so that's a winning combination right away. And then I'm going to chop up a few more things to go with this marinade. So I've got some green onions, some fresh parsley, and some garlic cloves. Okay, I have just finished mincing up the garlic, those 3 cloves of garlic to add in. And that means our marinade is ready. So I'm going to go ahead, put the lid on here, make sure it's secured tightly, and just give it a really good shake. Make sure you mix all of those ingredients, especially that oil and vinegar. So I've got my marinade set aside in a jar here. We are ready to prep the cheese. What you want to do is take this block of sharp cheddar and just slice it right down the center lengthwise. So right across here. And it's a good idea to stick your cheese in the freezer for several minutes before prepping it, because that way it'll just slice much more neatly. All right, so I have my 2 lengthways strips of cheese here, and now I'm just going to cut little slices off of each of those. So there we go, just like that, just a little square slice. Set it aside on the cutting board and continue moving down the line. My cheddar cheese is all sliced up here. And next what you want to do is the exact same thing with your cream cheese. Now cream cheese of course is softer, so while you're slicing it, if you feel like it's starting to get too soft and losing its shape, then just stick it back in the freezer for a few minutes, let it firm up again. You don't want your cheese to all kind of melt together. You want it to have those individual squares. So you're going to work quickly here on the cream cheese and get that sliced up as well. Same thing, you want to first cut it lengthwise. So you have 2 pieces like this, and then start cutting it into squares. So now I have sliced up all of the cheddar cheese and cream cheese slices, and I'm going to layer them in this baking dish here. So you want to alternate cheddar and cream cheese. Gives it a nice little design, and just stand the cheese up on its side. So if this is the dish, you're just standing the cheese on its edge like this. So do that for each of them. Fill up the whole pan, and then we can add our marinade. All right, once we have that, go back over to your marinade, give it one more good shake. Make sure that oil and vinegar hasn't separated. And then you're gonna take this marinade and pour it over the cheese. All right, so we've got the marinade on here, and look at what a pretty presentation that makes before we've even finished the recipe fully. So, just like with marinating a meat, you are going to let the cheese marinate overnight. Just let it sit in this oil vinegar mixture, and with all of the little seasonings we added in, and then tomorrow we'll plate it up and look at the final result. I'm really excited to both see this on the plate at the end. I think it's gonna look beautiful, and to try it. It sounds really interesting. I will see you all back tomorrow after this has had some time to chill in the fridge. And we are back. I have let this marinated cheese sit in the fridge for 8 hours. You can see what a beautiful presentation that makes on the plate. Definitely check out the blog. There are some gorgeous photos to give you a really good idea of how amazing this would look at your holiday gathering. So I'm gonna go ahead and sample some of this real quick, see how it turned out. Everything looks amazing. It really is a stunning dish. and so easy to include in your holiday menu. All right, this looks fabulous. I'll try one piece of cheese here. There we go. Some of the topping, of course. Give this a try. That is so good, as always, and never failed. This is amazing. I love the flavors they've combined here with the cheese. And this is such a nice take on cheese instead of just having plain cheese and crackers or your standard holiday cheese ball. This is a nice different spin on it. So definitely check out The Kitchen is My Playground. Go ahead and head over to their blog, get the full list of ingredients and measurements, and keep this recipe set aside for the upcoming holidays. I'll see y'all soon.